Greetings, readers. I'm Sarah Reed, the Reader's Advisory Librarian at the Oshkosh Public Library, and this is Book Buzz, the show where I tell you about this month's exciting new releases and give you some recommendations of what to read while you wait. And this is the September 2024 episode. September means that summer is over, summer reading has drawn to a close, but it also means it's the start of the cozy reading season. So let's get into this month's new releases. First up, in fiction, Matt Haig, author of The Midnight Library, has a new book out September 3rd called The Life Impossible. When retired math teacher Grace Winters is left a rundown house on a Mediterranean island by a long-lost friend, curiosity gets the better of her. She arrives in Ibiza with a one-way ticket, no guidebook, and no plan. She explores the island, looking for answers about her friend's life and death. What she discovers is stranger than she could have imagined, but to dive into the impossible truth, Grace must first come to terms with her past. Filled with wonder and wild adventure, this is a story of hope and the life-changing power of a new beginning. For another heartwarming read about a new beginning, try Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. Romance readers, September 17th sees the release of Sophie Sullivan's romantic comedy, Can't Help Falling in Love. In this book, struggling waitress Lexi Danby meets Will, the heir to a major Seattle company. Lexi is looking for some no-strings fall fun, but their first date leads to a misunderstanding and a fake engagement they can't talk their way out of. And of course, Will starts to catch feelings, but can he overcome Lexi's fear of commitment? Full of fall vibes, apple picking, flannels, breweries, and Halloween, this is the perfect read for the season. For another rom-com with the fake engagement trope, check out The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. In fantasy, popular author T.J. Klune of The House in the Cerulean Sea fame has a new book out on the 10th called Somewhere Beyond the Sea, the highly anticipated sequel. In this book, Arthur Parnassus runs a strange orphanage on a distant island, and he hopes to adopt 6 of the dangerously magical children who live there, as he was once an orphan on that island himself. But when he's called upon to make a public statement about his dark past, his family's future and the fate of all magical children comes into question. For another book featuring secret magical abilities and found family bonds, try The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. In a genre blend of fantasy and mystery described as Murder, She Wrote, mixed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer with a supernatural vibe, C.M. Wagoner brings us The Village Library Demon Hunting Society. Releasing September 24th, this book features a librarian with a knack for solving murders who realizes something otherworldly is afoot. You see, there seem to be a lot of murders for such a small, cozy town. When her friend ends up a victim and her cat ends up possessed, she teams up with the village priest and a few friends to face the problem head-on. For another sleuth librarian series, the one where the library ghost helps solve the crimes, check out the Haunted Library Mystery Series by Alison Brooke, starting with Book 1, Death Overdue. Thriller readers, especially those with an interest in film, will want to watch for Stephanie Robles' new release, The Hitchcock Hotel, out September 24th. In this book, Alfred Smedel, Hitchcock's superfan, runs a themed hotel where guests can enjoy film screenings, movie props, and even a crow aviary. To celebrate the hotel's first anniversary, Alfred invites all the members of his old college film club for a reunion, even though he hasn't spoken to any of them for 16 years. Not after what happened. But a group of estranged friends with grudges in a terror-themed hotel. What could go wrong? Now, while there are tons of books inspired by Alfred Hitchcock, Hitchcock himself was inspired by books. And 2 that might be familiar to you that you might enjoy are The Birds by Daphne du Maurier and Psycho by Robert Bloch. And while we're on a horror kick, we're getting close to spooky season now, which means publishers are releasing their best horror titles of the year. One standout title this month is Rachel Harrison's September 10th release, So Thirsty. In this book, middle-aged Sloane Parker is dreading her birthday, but determined to enjoy her birthday getaway with her wild friend Naomi. When a night out with a group of mysterious strangers results in some eternal consequences, Sloane must face the realization that it's never too late to find satisfaction in life, even if it's a little different than expected. Can you still call it a midlife crisis if you're going to live forever? For another lighthearted contemporary vampire novel, check out The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. And of course, it is a month of the year, so you're probably wondering what our friend J. Pats is up to. Fear not, James Patterson and David Ellis have teamed up to write Lies He Told Me, in which a powerful attorney and mother of two discovers that her husband has a dangerous secret life. This one's out September 30th, so hop in that hold queue. That's all for September Book Buzz. Thank you for joining me, and stay tuned next month, October, for a special spooky edition of Book Buzz. Happy reading!